G'day, my name's Mick. In 2018 I sold everything and left the city life behind me to go on a big adventure around Australia. Many years later and I'm still living my dream, exploring the country in my four-wheel drive van called Gypsy and fishing. Till this day I still know that leaving the Matrix life behind me was the best move I've ever made. Join me for the ride as I live with the ultimate freedom. No risk comes no reward. Everything good that has happened in my life was the result of some kind of risk taken. Being brave enough to step outside my comfort zone into the unknown, into uncertainty, stepping outside of social norms especially, breaking the rules sometimes as long as I didn't hurt anyone. Playing by the rules never gets you anywhere worthwhile in life, especially in this day and age. This path I've been on is not one travelled by many. I accepted the challenge and it has pushed me to my full potential. My early years paved the way for me to go on this journey, and as a result, I've developed a philosophy which I live by, which helps me get by day to day. As on this path, there's no one I can rely on except myself. So I make sure I'm strong enough in mind, body and spirit so I can rely on me when things get tough. Good morning everyone. It's time to get moving. I have a level of discipline unlike most normal people, and through this I've developed a foundation for building up my life force, my energy to function and not only survive in discomfort but thrive. My food, exercise and other practices which I've adopted to cultivate my life force, which keeps me in a positive state, strong and grounded to handle anything life throws at me. Whatever I need always comes to me, as I believe in myself and trust that things will always work out for me, as long as I don't stray from the way. The discipline and hard work that I've done to build up my energy. So glad to get training out the way. Now I'm going to go have some breakfast, and then it's my favourite time of the day, fishing time. Going to head down to Nightcliff Jetty. I've been fishing there for the past probably 2 months. And I feel like I've really learnt the waters really well. I've landed dozens and dozens of fish, mainly queenfish, blue threadfin salmon, and a few mackerel as well, spotted and Spanish. So I'm going to keep fishing there for a while. There's no point moving on when there's really good fishing like that. Might as well just stay and enjoy it. All right, time for a quick breakfast. Queenfish and eggs. I've got a little bit of leftover mash in the fridge. And then I'm going to have a really quick shower. It's so hot today. Mid to late 30s, I'd say. All right, I've already set up my bait tank down at the jetty. I've got some bait in the net, leader, hooks, swivels, sinkers, bait knife on the hip, fillet knife, and got my rods down there ready. That's pretty much it. Let's do it. Check out the massive bait ball down there. Wow, that's all bait. All right, we've got some crew down here today. A few of the boys are fishing. Yo! Time to get some fish on my net. Got my bait tank with light bait in it, 3 aerators, spare buckets, and 3 rods. We're on, Garys. We're on. Come on. Perfect timing, mate. Whoa. Queenie, bro. Can't believe it. Got an 80 last night. Yeah, let's measure it. And now we got a 90. All right, let's measure it.
I reckon a metre.
You can meet it? Oh, it's got that thing there. This thing's pro as. Oh, 90, bro.
90.
Oh,
92.
92. That's sick. We got food. We're eating like kings this week. Hummus, mashed potato and queenie, cooked in butter, you name it. You don't? You don't? Yeah, 100%. All right, Do the deed. Yeah. First I kill it always. Don't let them suffer, you know? Do it the right way. Now bleed it out. That's a lot of blood. Whoa, awesome, bro. So happy. Nycliffe Jetty. Best jetty in Darwin. Thanks to the boys too for helping me, for landing it. I couldn't do it without them. You always need someone who knows what they're doing to actually get it on the jetty. Otherwise you just lose it down the stairs. Hell yeah. All right, I'm going to go fill it up. I'll see you in a bit. Sick. Yep, man, it's bigger than my table. Now's the fun part, filling it up and get it in the fridge. Yeehaw. Basically, my job's already done. I've got enough food in this fish. This is probably 4 days of eating heaps of fish. So over 2 days of fishing, I've gotten a whole week's worth of food. And I've only really fished. Today was only an hour. Yesterday was probably 3 hours, so 4 hours of fishing. All right, all filled it up and done. Time to head back down the jetty, see how the other guys are doing. Between those two, I weighed it up. It's about 3.5 kilos of skinless fillets, boneless and skinless. So a lot of my philosophy is about helping out other people. I believe whatever you do always comes back to you. So I'm gonna help these other guys to catch some fish too. We need more aerators. Who's got one? Bro, grab that aerator. Grab that aerator, chuck it on one of these buckets. All your aerators, this one here. You got an aerator? Michael, you got an aerator? Chuck it on, we need it. They die quickly, bro, unless we keep the water really clean. See all the scales in there?
That one's looking good.
That was good. Yeah. This is where we need another 2 buckets. It does happen sometimes. All right, buddy. No, it's all right. We're not going to hurt you.
That's good,
Got him?
Oh.
You got him? Good man.
I would take the time back. I didn't shop it.
Where are they?
They're just right there.
Okay. Just get it up, get it up.
Oh, it's a bikini. Oh, it's a bikini, bro.
Good little session fishing. The boys didn't land any fish, just a turtle, which was safely returned to the water. Pretty thirsty now after all that fishing in the sun. Now I think it's time to get the coconut pole out. Grab some coconuts. In my last episode, I actually went out and got a whole lot of mangoes. If you want to see that episode, I'll leave a link at the very end of this video. Unfortunately, here in Darwin and a lot of cities, the council will clean all the coconuts off the trees just for safety reasons, but every now and then they'll miss a couple and I usually spot them and grab them. Otherwise, if I go out a little bit more remote, outside of city areas, there's usually plenty of coconuts around. Check it out. This would have to be the lowest coconut I've ever found. That is so low. Between that queen fish and this very, very big coconut, I'm a very happy man today. Not only gonna eat well, but I'm gonna have a really nice, yummy drink. Silky nader, metal straw. It's bigger than my head. Seriously, look at that. Probably weighs about the same as the queenfish. Let's get her open. I've taken that top off there. So that's the side where it grows from. That's the other side, the bottom side. Cut it off right where the nut starts. There's the nut. And then this, now I can just go like this. Pop that open. We're in the nut, straw in. Oh, not even joking, guys. That's better than the one in the shop. She's full, she's still young, so still got jelly on the inside. and it's beautiful and sweet and really big. What a great place. Oh, look at this sign. It should say drink coconut water regularly. With all the coconuts around here, out of all these trees, I could only find one coconut. That's all right. Plenty more come up. I've got the eye for it. Now it's time to get a little snack out of it. Just chop it in half as hard as you can. There we go. And scrape out all your jelly. Check it out. Coconut jelly goodness. I'm actually getting swarmed by mozzies at the moment, but I don't care. Back to Gypsy Van. And if anyone's interested in knowing how I make my coconut pole, just comment below and I will literally do a video on how to make one of these. It's almost sunset now. Just heading down to another beach where there should be a few people hanging around. Time to do a little fire show. Alright guys, I'm back at my waterfront apartment cooking up some queenfish. I like to just put buckwheat flour on it and then cook it up in butter. Today I'm going extra fancy and I'm putting some garlic in the butter for a bit more flavour. And I still have an absolute abundance of these free organic mangoes that I picked. If you guys would like to know more about how I catch my queenfish, or how I get my mangoes, or even how I get some native Australian bush tuckers, please check out my last video. I'll leave it at the end of the video. If you like my content, make sure you subscribe, like and comment. You can also follow me on Instagram at BushmanNick if you want to see what I get up to on more of a daily basis. Catching lots of fish in that. Yeah, thanks for watching. Over and out.